So a couple of nights ago, I created a themed character, a Nord sorcerer to be like a Thane from Dark Age of Camelot, which I played for about 5 years. Loved that game. The main reason I came to try this game was because the PvP was like Dark Age of Camelot. And playing that night, it just didn't grab me. It wasn't doing it. So I went out and I did some research on the sorcerer class and found that there's definitely some things that can be done in that style, but it wasn't going to work the way I had in mind. You just really can't do hybrids in ESO anymore, or at least they're not as effective as they once were. And I typically have played hybrids, but it has been probably over a year since I've played this game, other than the other night. So largely the changes were unknown to me. So I have spent some time reading a lot of patch notes. I won't say I'm an expert on it all. I've learned a lot in the last couple of days. But in doing that, made me step back and reassess, and I decided, while I wasn't going to necessarily go after a complete min-max type setup, there were definitely some better choices for what I wanted to do, since I wasn't really going to get to play the character the way I had in mind to start with. And the main reason for that is because if you go as a melee-based, stamina-supported sorcerer, primarily the spells you're going to use are utility, because you're just not going to have the magicka for much of an offense. And even if you did, the damage from those abilities are not going to be very strong because of the fact that you're stamina focused. So from what I read, though, there's a lot of good information out there about running a stamina based sorcerer. In fact, one of the things about this game that's great is that any class you play, you can play it in any role. It may not be the best for it, but it'll do. So what I've done is I've re-rolled. I made myself an orc, primarily for the increased health regen, which I know isn't great, but it's something. Running speed, reduced sprinting capability or expense, and additional melee damage. And he just looks intimidating. So we're going to run through this again, and I will probably cut the stream after that. The other purpose for tonight is it serves to test my internet, because as of tonight, I have boosted my internet services with Uverse, or AT&T Uverse. I've got quite a bit more upload, and so when I loaded XSplit, I let it completely do automatic settings. So I'm actually going to Alt-Tab right now and see what those settings are. And it looks like it's actually using about 2300 kbps, so should be a fairly decent looking 720p stream. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now.
Whoa there. Are you all right? The name's Lyris.
Nice.
I hope you've still got some fight left in you.
Hell
You're going
yeah.
to need it. Dead. Must have been the runt of the litter.
Oh, nice.
Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises.
Okay.
Keep moving. There are more Daedra on the way.
Always liked Lyris.
Don't stop, man. Keep moving. More guards are on the way.
Nice.
Let's get out of here, my friend.
Yeah, let's do.
Prophet,
Greetings, resident. Like you, I am a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk.
Now?
The Prophet. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you, even for a moment. You must think you can help me.
Help with what? We need to get out of here.
Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here.
Alright, so where do we go?
These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels.
What?
Magical constructs created by Molag Bal to guide his vision in Coldharbor. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will be blinded. With any luck, that will buy us the time we need to free the Prophet.
Alright, so how do we do that?
I've no idea. Brute force? We'll find a way. We have to. Be ready for anything. I doubt Molag Bal left the Sentinels unguarded.
Probably not, but I have a couple questions.
I'm sure you do. And I'll answer them as best I can.
Alright, so who's the Prophet?
He's a strange one, no doubt about it. But he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things. The past, the future.
But he didn't... Never mind. Where am I?
You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore. Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Coldharbor. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead.
What? Then how are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself.
Well, hold on a second. If I'm dead, who killed me?
A man named Menemarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven.
What? What's a soul shriven?
It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Coldharbor.
The hell
working
I
under
will.
the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me.
Okay. Are you dead too?
No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes
What?
any sense. But we're
No.
prisoners here, same as you.
Alright, well, how do we rescue the Prophet?
It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called Sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving.
Alright, let's get going.
We should keep moving.
Oh, man. Put him... No!
Well played, friend. Marquez Beard, you are good in a fight.
We'll deal with that later.
The god of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry!
The god of schemes can see every part of you. We need to distract him. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will also be blinded for a time.
Okay.
What was your name again? Target practice?
Yeah.
Come get some more, you skeeving hawkers! Try to be inconspicuous. We just got free of this place. The last thing we need is to get recaptured.
Okay.
I'll keep watch. Quickly! While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Wait, where are we?
Fool! You will never escape my realm.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way.
So what do we do now?
Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us.
Who's Cadwell?
Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see.
So how can a madman possibly help us?
Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Coldharbor is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
All right.
One fine day in the middle of the night, two dead kings got up to fight, back to back. Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll then? Lovely day for it.
Nice hat. You must be Cadwell.
Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you then?
We're trying to get inside the Prophet's cell, but the door is sealed. Can you help us?
Oh dear, well that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt, actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between.
So how do we get through all that?
Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull bashing as well.
Okay, where's the entrance? Wait, you did say hold my nose.
Follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best.
Oh, will do.
Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you?
Yeah, I don't think I'm coming back here, so before I leave, can you tell me a little about yourself?
Well, there's not much to tell, is there? It's the same old pish-tosh, gallant knight, epic quests, rescued maidens. I came to this land when my head was quite unceremoniously separated from my body. Bad luck, that, but you make the best of things.
So how long have you been here?
Oh, quite a long time. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was the oldest of the Soul Shriven. Of those who didn't go feral, that is. I know every tunnel and path, every nook and cranny. The others look up to me, I suppose.
How do you know Lyris?
Ah, Lyris. Girl's as mad as sheer Gorus jammies. Heart's in the right place, I suppose. Says she's got to rescue the Prophet to save us all from eternal torment. How an old blind man could do that is quite beyond me.
What do you know about this Prophet?
An imperial gentleman. Apparently he was once a powerful mage, but the years haven't been kind. Lyris says he knows of a path back to Tamriel. I rather think that if one existed, I'd have found it by now.
So you don't think there's a way to get home?
I hadn't actually given it much thought. Anything's possible, I suppose. Truth is, I've been here so long, this place feels like home. But a good uprising now and again is a pleasant diversion, so where's the harm, eh?
Right. Alright, take care. Alright, I'm gonna Alt-Tab here for just a second to check something. Okay. I thought maybe I had left my stream up. That can cause some problems. Alright. In we go. So you don't get the world until outside of here, huh? Okay. I'll deal with that later. Technically don't need them.
The sooner you get that door open, the sooner we can get out of here.
I was never very good at this. Whoops. Interesting.
Prophet's cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time. Alright, the good news is we made it here in one piece, and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with... There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place.
What?
I need to swap places with the Prophet.
No. There's got to be another way.
Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved.
Alright, fine. Let's do this.
Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
Alright. Had to remember how to evade. Wow.
Freedom! Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. There has sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain.
Is there not some way we can take her with us?
I wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Coldharbor, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige.
Vestige? What's that?
That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined.
Why does Lyris call you the Prophet?
That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now. We must make haste to the anchor.
Anchor?
The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Coldharbor. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it.
Alright, let's go.
Up the stairs, quickly! We must get to the anchor mooring.
Poor Lyris.
There it is! The dark anchor mooring.
Oh, man. You got this?
Mortal thinks it can defy me. Futile. Soon your world will be in my chains.
Uh-oh.
I will protect you.
You will protect me.
A moment, Vestige.
Sure, we got time.
Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first, you must reattune yourself to Nan in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a sky shard.
What's that?
A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nan. Some link them to Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb.
Okay.
Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly, collect the sky shard.
Okay.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Molag Bal be denied.
Ah! At least I didn't fall to my death this time.
Once again. Come here. We must speak. As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a place with the smell of burning ash on a hot wind, and the sounds of a distant battle. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path.
How long was I out?
Days, weeks, I cannot tell. The voids between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land.
Oh, wow. What do we do now?
I'm afraid you will have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Murloc Ball.
Will I see you again?
I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish.
Alright. Fare thee well.
Be wary, Vestige. Our very plane of existence is in peril. The threat of Murloc Ball looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard.
Well, where should I go?
You must find your own path. But perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore, search for a cause to lend your hand. Join with others. You might even seek out those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours.
You think there are many who may need my help?
Indeed. I sense that even now, there are good people near you who face grave danger. They need your assistance, should you be willing to give it. To thwart the will of Murloc Ball, we must skirmish with evil wherever it rears its head.
And you believe there are others who would join me in this?
We do not face these troubled times alone. Many shall rise up to fight this tide of darkness. Wherever you go, you will encounter others who share your courage and valor. Help them if you can, and enlist their aid if you have need of it.
All right. Be well. All right. I'm going to cut the stream right here, and when I resume, have a new title for the new zone that we're in.